There is emerging on the face of the earth a new human, an infinite human. And that human is you. Welcome to the Infinite Human Talk Show with your host, Elizabeth Monroy.
Hello, you divine, infinite human beings. You're all that is, ever has been, and ever shall be. Hi, greetings. I'm Elizabeth Monroy, author of the Divine Infinite of the Infinite Human, an Ascension Guide for Starseeds, Twin Souls, Awakening Infinite Humans, the co-creators of the Divine Infinite New Earth. Oh, divine, that's my word today. Sorry I added that. Anyway, I've got some really important information for you. And first of all, I want to tell you, I've been running around all over Sicily, going to the most sacred, amazing places with my little video camera, and I've been videoing it, and I've been doing activations in the grids that we can do together. I'm going to offer this on my website, in a course where you are actually activating yourself, okay, and your DNA sequences and your fire letters and clearing out, all kinds of stuff, ancestral miasma, really, as we go visit these different sacred spots that carry, very, very high charges. So it's going to be really exciting, so stay tuned. It's going to be part of the Infinite Human School of the New Consciousness Renaissance for Visionaries of the New Consciousness Renaissance. There we go. And I want to talk to you today a little bit about psychic abilities, because a lot of people have come to me in the past and they've wanted to, be taught how to use their psychic abilities. And actually yesterday I had a wonderful chat with a beautiful psychic medium, Gemma, shout out to her, who has a wonderful podcast called The Happy Psychic, and she's from the UK. And we did, a podcast. We did a conversation on Zoom. It was really, really enlightening for a beautiful, uplifting talk. So she'll be sharing that soon as she gets it edited, and I'll be putting links on my social media and hopefully uploading it on my channel. Like I said, she has a podcast called The Happy Psychic on Spotify, and I think she also just started a YouTube channel, The Happy Psychic, Gemma. Beautiful soul. So we did a nice conversation yesterday, but I wanted to give just a little tidbit of that, because we're all psychic, all right? We all have powers, we all have abilities that have been beaten out of us, that have been also genetically downgraded out of us, because it's just part of having 12 strands of DNA. It's our inherent abilities. But most importantly, though, perhaps that's not a bad thing in some senses, because when people would come to me wanting to be taught psychic, in my workshops, in my readings and everything, I always, and with children especially, I empower their intuitive abilities, because that's just part of being human. That's the real part of being human. Understanding, becoming energy empath, sensitive to energy, and kind of learning how you gather information, whether it's clairaudient, clairvoyant, sentient, clair, through your senses, which of those extra senses you have. And everyone has this, but I really want to stress, and this is kind of the theme of all my communications right now, is that it needs to be used correctly. So you really need to clarify and declare to yourself and to the multiverse your intentions. Are you here to serve divine infinite source? Because if not, everyone has the ability to open up and channel information, whatever. But okay, again, channeling, allowing an entity inside of your body who you don't know who it is, who can mess with your own genetic coding. I have known personally, because I travel around psychic fairs in the States, and just also with my contacts, I have close contacts and friends who are incredibly gifted, intuitive. But the problem is, if you don't know who you're talking to, if you don't know who your guides are, because a lot of people say, oh, I channel angels. Well, what angels? Are they fallen angels? Because most of the angels are the ETs, because they're really the same thing. I channel the Great White Brotherhood. I channel the Galactic Federation. I channel Ashtar of the Command. Who are you channeling? Because those are all fallen angelics. All right, so everyone has that ability to tune into different frequencies, but what frequency are you tuning into? And the shortest fast cut to this, as you are ascending in frequency, is to declare, I want only those who are in line with divine infinite source, the law of one of which I serve, unity consciousness, because they are masters of false light, and they can masquerade as love and light, and that's all the new agey, fluffy, puffy love and light. And I see that happening everywhere on all these psychic fairs and healing festivals that I go to. And even if you're working with systems such as Reiki, which I used, and it activated me, and when I went to it, it was nice because it opened the door and brought my focus back to my healing ability. And I would put my hands on someone and I could feel where their distortion was in their fields, and then help correct that. But you're just a conduit, first of all. And I'll tell you right now, the Reiki symbols have been distorted like everything else on this fallen earth. So if you're going to work with the symbols at first, you want to make them your own by maybe intuitively changing something with them at first, and then go beyond your symbols. Own them. You don't need symbols because you're infinite. All right, that's just a stepping stone, and it's kind of off the main path. So you can step off to get yourself up the path more. That makes sense with those healers out there who have been initiated and opened, in those. Because I am, quote unquote, a master, Reiki master, but I don't use the symbols anymore. Just a little heads up, because I know some of you guys are doing that. So that's just my little tidbit for today, and stay tuned. Lots of good stuff to come, and I'll be sharing the link to the happy psychic out of UK who interviewed me the other day. Ciao for now.